We are the Hebrew Israelites. Week in and week out, we come to prophesy the downfall of America and tell the people on this side who they are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. And contrary to public opinion, the only one that you know as God and Jesus Christ is coming to save, which the Most High's name is actually not God, it's Yahweh, and his son's name, the one you know as Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shah. That's the name that you're supposed to call on when you pray, not Jesus and God. That's false names. That's just titles, English titles and what have you. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about that LAX shooting that happened yesterday, because I seen some stuff on the YouTube about it, and this guy named Daniel Rodriguez from one of these YouTube ministry groups, he had recorded it, and on the news clip, basically the the police chief fucked up, and he said that they had practiced the LAX shooting. They had practiced that 3 weeks in advance. They had practiced it 3 weeks before it happened. The exact same scenario. They practiced it 3 weeks before it happened, and then all of a sudden it happened. You know, that's basically the mark of a false flag. Did you get Psalm 64 and 6? That's basically the mark of a false flag, which is the same things that these devils do anytime they set something like that up. It's the same thing with that shooting, the Batman shootings. The same thing with the what was another one of their false flags? Oh, the Boston bombing. They practice it in advance, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, it happens exactly the way that they practice.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
They search out iniquities and accomplish a diligent search. In other words, they practice their wickedness before they do it. And that's what they did. That's what they do with all these false flag attacks. Matter of fact, even Katrina was a false flag. Basically, they was practicing what would happen if a major disaster happened around all Japes, like a flood, and they took away all the electricity and everything. That was actually a controlled experiment to see what would happen. What would Jake do? And that's what these devils do. Got anything else on? Okay, let's see. I guess it's 29, Isaiah 29 and 15. I think that's it. But that's what these devils do. They'll search out and they'll practice their wickedness before they do it.
This is Isaiah 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. And that's what these devils is doing, seeking deep to hide their counsel, and actually trying to destroy the Lord's people.
And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?
Right, and that's what they saying. You know, when they do all these false flag attacks, okay, don't nobody know this. It's us, the Illuminati, the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all them motherfuckers doing this shit. The government in general. They think nobody don't know that it's them that's doing all these false flag attacks. Matter of fact, that's another thing I wanted to bring out, but go ahead and finish what you got.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the word say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding.
Right. That's going into Jeremiah the 31st chapter and Isaiah the 3rd chapter, where women ruling over men, fags having rights and all that other shit. That's them turning everything upside down. Matter of fact, you read that too. Yeah, turning things upside down is basically turning things the way it's not supposed to be. A woman is not supposed to rule over a man. A fag is supposed to be put to death. And whether it's a fag or a lesbian, it's the same thing. They're both supposed to be put to death.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
But in America, what do? They give fags and lesbians rights. In other words, you kill a faggot, you go to prison for life. Shit, you might just get the death penalty for killing a faggot. So, you know, they give them rights in this country. That's turning things upside down. The same as when a woman rules over a man. That's turning things upside down. Can you get Daniel 7 and 25? Sorry, you got it.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Right, great words against the Most High and wear out the saints of the Most High. And that's what Esau constantly do. And wearing out,
putting his book in his hand to try to change things up.
Yeah.
Trying to put all types of blasphemies against this book right here.
Right, and I watched the video. Elder Gabar was bringing out the definition of wear out, which is to harass. And yes, we always harass. Harassed in our everyday life. Harassed walking down the street by the cops. Harassed when we come out here by the cops. And by some other random Edomites. And by some random niggas sometimes. So that's to be worn out. Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
And that's the point right there. Think to change times and laws. I just read the law on how you treat a faggot. You put him to death. But they changed that law. How did they change it? They gave faggots rights. Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time.
Right, and that's going into what is it? The history of what is it? What is that? Go ahead, you know that.
Pretty much, yeah. They shall be given into his hand for a time and the dividing of the time. Right now, we're in captivity under Esau until Yahushua brings dominion back to us as a chosen nation of people.
Right. So that they got dominion until for that long to go. You know. Another thing I wanted to bring out is that Israeli strike on one of the Syria air bases. That just happened like earlier this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday this week. The Israelis did an airstrike on the Syrian air base, and like the next day, Russia did another nuclear arms test. So, you know, this destruction of America is right at the door. You know, because right now, these fake Jews, what do the scriptures say? Surely the least of them shall draw them out. And that's what them fake Jews is doing. They drawing out, you know, America. So America can fight. And Russia, of course, and Ezekiel is talking about Russia going to be a guard to Libya, Syria, and all them. Russia is getting ready to defend those lands. Matter of fact, Russia already been against everything that the Israelis, the fake Jews, is trying to do in those countries, and America trying to destabilize those countries. Russia already been against that shit. So they just setting up for World War III right now.
This is Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Now the original inhabitants of Gog and Magog would be the Japhites.
Yeah.
But pretty much, you know, throughout history, you find like the Khazarian Empire, you know, they now inhabit basically the Gog and Magog, so therefore it's Edomites.
Make it even our enemies live at peace with you.
And say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right, so pretty much we just found an article recently that Russia was just supplying more weaponry to Syria. You know, pretty much getting them armed for, you know, pretty much rebel troops and, you know, NATO.
Right, and really the rebel troops, and the rebel troops is NATO. The rebel troops are, United Nations soldiers and shit. They ain't just regular Syrian motherfuckers that's dressing up and going against the army and shit. Those are NATO troops, sent by America, you know, backed up by America. That's why Russia is backing up the Syrian army. Because they know what did Russia say at their UN meeting? One people should people should work out their difference amongst themselves. They shouldn't be getting involved in it. No other country should be getting involved with these people. They should work out their differences amongst themselves. Yet America and the fake Jews is all involved over there. You know, sending weapons to the rebels. What you sending weapons to these people for? Let them talk it out. And Russia has been trying to get them to talk it out for some time now. But of course, America ain't letting that happen. Because Russia already know America is trying to destabilize that place.
Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomar and all his bands, the house of Tagorma of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right, so that's going into how Russia is basically, you know, preparing these other nations, you know, that's in league with them to be a guard unto America and to Israel.
And another thing, I kind of want to get into that mark of the beast, because that's right upon us too. Matter of fact, it wasn't yesterday. I think that was Thursday where Obama had addressed the nation again, talking about basically saying all the benefits of the Affordable Health Care Act. And for you people out there that don't know, the Affordable Health Care Act is the Obama Health Care Act. That's the same thing. But he was trying to...
The devil.
Yeah. Okay, basically Obama was trying to tell the people all the good things about the Affordable Health Care Act, which we already know. I believe it was like line 1001 that implantable device would be mandatory by sometime during the Affordable Health Care Act when it's signed into law, which that's basically what he's pushing. That mark of the beast, known as the microchip, the mark of the beast in Revelations, which is going to be that implantable microchip.
RFID.
Right. And me personally, I believe that Bitcoin is going to have something to do with it, because Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer sharing internet currency, and you can use it worldwide. You can trade it for money. Basically, you know, you can do pretty much anything with Bitcoin. Of course, this is the mark of the beast. That Bitcoin. Let me see if I got some type of article with it on there. I don't think I brought none today. Lord willing, I'll bring something one of these times. I keep forgetting this shit. But that Bitcoin.
This is in Safe House as well. You may have seen this in a couple movies.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of movies.
The mark is in a lot of movies. But I gotta get that simple Bitcoin because it's on everything. I mean, everything that's coming out now, Bitcoin is on there. That Bitcoin mark is on there. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, I probably got something in my wallet.
Oh, you got a Bitcoin in your wallet, huh, man? Oh, you already got it, huh?
Shit, you can actually make money off them shits.
Yeah.